So before I confine the camcorder to the luggage ready for the holiday, I'm going to do a review of the Holbein Oil Pastels. I've just done a picture in them. I always said I'd review on the back of a picture guide if I hadn't done a picture. So here's that review. Right, so as you can see, the Holbein Oil Pastels come in this beautiful wooden box, and this really is the bee's knees of a box. It's really fantastic. Feel that. I don't know what it's made of, but it's solid and it's nice. On the front it has this gold sticker that says Holbein Oil Pastels for Artists 100 stick set. Now the reason it probably says that is mainly because they used to do, I believe, somewhere in the region of 200 stick set, but I believe they've done away with them. So you do undo the clips, and underneath, these are not new anymore obviously because I've done a picture with them, you end up with these sets, and they're all in colour groups. They're probably a little bit mixed up now. So you have them in these colour groups, and there's 5 in each colour group, and they're in these plastic containers, and you take the lids off and you can work with them like that. Now, as part of my review, I'm going to tell you that's a bit of a pain, if I'm being honest. Not only do you have to keep taking the lids off, you know, if you work like me, you forget to put them back into the container, and you end up with a pile of sticks all down here that you then have to put back into the boxes, and it becomes a bit tedious. And not only that, it makes them very, very dirty. So although I like it, I find it a bit of a bugbear. So that's one con. Now the other con is that they don't have wrappers around them, and I did a video about this earlier and about putting these little stickers around them. Now that worked, yes, that did work, and as you can see most of the stickers are on, but what I would say on the back of that is, when you do put these stickers on, maybe put a little bit of tape around them stickers as well, because these post-it note stickers are not the stickiest things in the world. Said, they did the trick for me, and oh, there's one that's open, and I worked with them like that, and they kept them relatively clean. I can't imagine how people are using these without anything around them, or even without gloves. Well, even with gloves on, I would imagine that would be a bit of a pain. So I kept them relatively clean. I have cleaned these up, however, saying that, and they're still fairly messy, but they're not messy as in that I can't get away with it, so I could just go straight away and use these again. So, you know, that's another con, unfortunately. And another con, obviously, is they get dirty because of that. And, yeah, that's the bad part of this. Now, the good part of this is I do like these square sticks. I only ever used these ones as a square stick, and they're really very good. Now, I'm not sure what a softer pastel would be like as a square stick. I do have some that I will be trying. I believe they're Jazo ones, but these are actually quite solid. They, you know, you could snap them as opposed to sort of bending them, if you like. They really would snap. So they're quite a hard pastel, but at the same time they're soft enough and creamy enough to be able to layer and to blend an absolute dream. These pastels are perfect, in my opinion, apart from the fact they don't have them labels on, and that is annoying, because it takes me like from probably a 10 to a 9.5 purely because of that, and then because of these containers as well, which I would say they've probably put here in replacement of labels, which is really nice, but not very cost effective, I can't imagine. I'd rather see them in a soft tray with labels on them. I think that would be a lot better. You'd have labels, you'd have colour names, you'd have all that you wanted, and you wouldn't just have to shove them back as just an ordinary generic crayon back into a container, which is, you know, it's a bugbear. It's not the end of the world, but it's not the best thing either. See that you get 50 on top, and underneath there's, I mean, look at this tray. That tray is solid, and you get, and that fits in the top there, and you get another 50. So there's the whole set. So you can see the colours I haven't used too much. You can see the colours that I've used a lot, and the picture I've done with them, you've already seen it, but I will post it. Now these do blend like a dream and get lots of detail with them. But that's the way I work with oil pastels. It does depend on the paper you use. Sadly, I started that last picture, however good it's turned out, I started it on the wrong paper. I started it on the same type of paper, but with more texture. I was looking to get precise lines, and it kind of hampered me a little bit. It wasn't anything to do with the pastels, it was to do with the paper and the fact that I wasn't then able to get what I needed in the way of pristine straight lines. And however, these overcame it, and you know, they didn't blend out too much. They blended enough, they layered perfectly, and they did everything I'd ever ask of an oil pastel. And it's only because of these little quirks that I'd make it a 9 out of 10. So what you want to know is, how do these blend? Well, I've already said, but I'll show you a demonstration. So I'll just put them over there, and we'll get a couple of colours. We'll get a couple of these greens, we'll get a very light green. Actually, this is a good point. In all that, what I did, I only snapped 2, and the reason I snapped them was because I was cleaning them. Now, I cleaned them with baby wipes and they came up okay. Not ideal though. If they had wrappers on, I wouldn't have to be doing that quite so badly. Anyway, let's put this. You can feel they're quite hard, but they also have this silky gliding texture to them. Okay, so I can just blend that on there. This in fact is the paper I should have used in the first place. And we'll go for a darker colour. The reason I'm using these colours is because they're already open, so and we'll go for a darker colour. I've got a little bit of oil pastel there, hopefully that won't hinder this demonstration. So you can see that they're blended, or they're layering pretty well onto the paper. And I want one more colour. Let's go for another green here. So what I'm now going to do is to get my trusty cotton bud, and I'm going to blend them out so you can see. I've got plenty of pastel on there now. I'm going to go from the light, and that's just blending down, giving me a perfect layer of pastel. And I'm blending into this. Look at that. Look how softly that is blending. What I would do generally is I would keep blending, if in fact I was doing 3 colours like this, and I'd blend them completely out before going over them again to get the refinement that I want. Let's just blend that down. You can see the middle green isn't quite so good, but you can see, look, you're getting some lovely soft graduated blends. Okay, now what you can do is you can go back over that if you really want to and have another go. Lay more pastel down. As you can see, there's no crumbing. They really are quite a delight. I really enjoyed using them on the picture I've just done. So again, let's just blend gently. You can see you're getting a lovely blend there. Look how soft that blend is there. And away we go. Look at that. So, pilling. Let's do the pilling, shall we? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I'm pressing quite hard there. There's no pilling whatsoever. So you could use your fingers with these if you really wanted to. I don't recommend it, but if you really wanted to, you could. No pilling whatsoever. That's a delight. Price-wise, these This is where I'm going to shock you, if you understand pounds. These cost me in the region, to get them imported from Japan, they cost me in the region of £225 to £240, and then there's import charges on top of that. They are expensive, so if you can find any cheaper anywhere, I would say get hold of them. Go for the whole set if you can, which you know, is probably normal. They're quite a hard pastel, but they are silky and soft enough to blend. They are square, they are solid, they will give you details. They are a dream. There's no doubt about it, they are a dream. They are everywhere bit as good as the Senneliers and the Caran d'Ache. In fact, I would probably put them above the Senneliers, and the reason for that is because the Senneliers, albeit have a perfect softness, they also don't really allow you to do detail as good as these. And these blend equally as well, and they are all opaque, and they come in great colour groups. Quick review, 9 out of 10. Sadly, I want to give it a 10 out of 10, but I can't because of them little foibles that we came up with. And I'll show you the picture at the end, and you can see what I've achieved with them, and you can make up your mind from there. But if somebody said to me, do you recommend them? I would definitely every day say yes. I do thoroughly recommend them, and they are going to be one of my favourite pastels. I can't wait to have another go with them on a slightly smoother piece of paper. When I say smoother, it does have a little bit of texture. But that's for another video. Anyway, I hope that review was worthwhile, and you can now decide what you want to do. Right, so thank you for joining me again. I'm now about to go off on my holes tomorrow morning, which is fantastic. 2 years in the waiting, because my sorry dog hurt his leg the time I was meant to go last time. But yeah, I'm off on holiday. I'm going to do some camcorder footage, hopefully get some scenes on camcorder to show you of pictures I have painted from the Isle of Wight. And yeah, I'm hopefully going to have a good time. Weather's not looking great, but we'll put up with it just to have a holiday. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and wherever you are, please have a great day, a great week and a great year, and be kind. Bye for now.